The work you've done is quite reasonable, but now I want you to break it down.
What? What's that? You want me to break it down, then leave?
That's right. After you've broken it down, you're free to go.
Whoever thugging on the quest to get G.
Yeah, but then, what about your true skills? Show us how good you really are.
So it's about 4 to 5 0. It's really hard to tell. It's real tight though. So I'm gonna just say it's 4-0. And I'm gonna follow behind that to clean up underneath that there with that bulk with the Supra ZR2, the 5.0 blade. You want to make sure when you use any of these shavers that you keep your wrist as locked as possible and you make the play with your wrist to avoid lines. And if you do get a line, you're gonna have to do a lot of stretching of the skin. So I'm very careful with my wrist nowadays. You use your wrist and you keep your arm still. Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to create a line. This could be a nightmare situation. In my case on this one, I got away scot-free. But that's not always the case, you know? Now we got the open fast feed. It's about a number 1. Some people will argue that after you zero gap it, that it's actually slightly less than a 1. I think it's a 1. I'm gonna just call it what it is. It's a 1. Even if it's off by a little chain, it's still a 1. Now one thing, the major reason why I love the fast feed is because when you got the close into the open on the lever, it almost leaves no line at all. I always like to do a little bit of cleaning up to polish the fade, but if it was like Christmas Eve or some crazy busy day, I would leave it just like that. It looks beautiful. There's very little, it's almost no line, but you see I went up 1/4, just slightly closed. But I think that wasn't really necessary, but this is my boy, and I really want to make sure that the haircut is really, really on point. And right here, what you're seeing is a 90-degree kind of flick, which was kind of made popular by Professor Miracle Wrist on IG. And basically, this is gonna let you achieve, depending on the way that you flick this out, especially with the Andis Master, this could get you all the way up past the 1.5, close to a 2. Now, this is where I messed up at. All right, I jumped to the 2 guard on the easy clips, where I should have took the actual plastic guard that comes with the fast feed. There's a little guard that says blending. It has no size on it, just says blending. That's about a 1/16. I like to follow that 90-degree flick with the 1/16, but for whatever reason I decided to go with a 2 and then blend down to match into that 90-degree flick. But that's all right. We got great results regardless. I don't know. I guess I felt like I wanted to go with the blue clips today, but usually when I rock with the fast feed, I move right over to the blending guard. It is what it is. So here we are blending down. So my man Luke has incredibly fine hair. So if you're a little bit too aggressive at any point, you could create a whole new line. But also on the bright side, the silver lining is if you just go down in very gradual increments, you're gonna grab that line and you're gonna fade that line out beautifully. So I'm just playing with my lever right here, as you can see with the 1.5 bar. Then just gonna open it up, establish this side of the haircut, and then work down a little if necessary. Yeah, I think Oster's guards are actually pretty good, even though people like to make jokes about them. the reality is that blending guard, that 1/16 is official, and don't sleep on it. Believe me, that's right. I've seen a lot of people throw that in the trash. That was a big mistake. So yeah, you see, when you got people with thin hair like this, you know that last line usually comes out with the 1/16 open or slightly closed. So I'm really afraid to jump right to the 1/16. I don't want to create a line, so I went with the 1/8 first. But yeah, the easy clips, I still love them, guys. They're very good. They get you out of a lot of trouble. You can throw them on anything. And here we are, my favorite guard, the 1/16. This is not the Oster jump off. The Oster one is the black one that says blending, as I was saying. But this one is fine. This one does, you know, it's a good blade. There's no issues with that. I apologize if I sound tired. I decided to pull a 10-hour shift and then edit this footage. I don't want to keep anybody waiting any longer. Now I do need to figure out this camera situation because I got it on my ring light, and it was a lot of work editing this, to be real with you. So I think what I got to do is get a GoPro, maybe strap it to a hat, or I don't know if it's something you wear around your neck. I got to do a little research, but you know, every time I was cutting hair, I was standing in front of the light. I had to move the light 100 times, but I think the footage is all right nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. I hope you guys learned something or was simply just entertained. You know, I appreciate all the barber content on YouTube. I'm happy to be creating some as well. It's my way of giving back to the community and not just taking, of course. Guys, Fast Feed is my second favorite clip up. It really shines in taking the line out from open to close with no guard. It's amazing. I usually like to go up to that 1/16 guard that I said, and then I switch over to the Masters, to be honest with you. My Masters is down right now. So, you know, I've just been rocking all day with the Fast Feed, and I ain't mad at it. It does what it gotta do. It's more than efficient. But I like to switch off between the Fast Feed and the Master. For me, it's like Ken and Ryu, you know? Official. Both are great. Both do great work. But past the 1.5, I prefer the Masters, and under that, I prefer the Fast Feed in most cases. So guys, y'all have a blessed, beautiful day. Thank you for watching. Check out my other videos, especially my top 10 most unique barber tools of all time. Your boy, I'm out.